Anyone else have a puppy that just likes to chew on fucking everything? Jennifer, what's up? Casey, how you doing? Don't be shy. Step up to the plate. Ask me anything. Otherwise, I'll just rant about what I'm doing. Have you guys noticed the trends that have been coming on here a little bit more? Just chatting with you guys. Take advantage of that. I could use a personal trainer. I think you're awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you were serious about it, we have a nice little staff. I gotta get my merch on. My Team Evolution merch is in the wash. But Deb, if you're serious about it, shoot me a message. I do have a few coaches on staff that specifically work with females. So if you want, let me know. If not, that's cool too. Hope you guys are having a great day. What are you guys working on? Are you in the gym right now? If not, why? If you are, what are you focused on? What might be a current roadblock for you? Is it eating certain foods? Is it the way that you work out? Is it what you are doing? Maybe you're not seeing the results that you want. Come on now. Don't be shy. I have 20 minutes before my next meeting, and I am here getting my steps in while my puppy freaks out around my room. So you want to be in the live video, Deb? That's funny. Probably not going to do that just because I'll get distracted easily. Jake, that's a good question. How long should your list be? My workouts are usually about 40 minutes to an hour tops. Absolutely tops. Why is that? Because you could look into the science and the literature that's published online that 10 to 15 working sets per muscle per week is really all that's needed to grow if the intensity is where it needs to be. I actually made a post about that yesterday, so you can check that out over on my Instagram. Actually, probably should post it on TikTok too. So if you think about that, that's really only 3 working sets at 5 moves. That's it. It shouldn't take you a long time. Now, when it comes to how you pick those certain moves, that's a different question. Let me know if that makes sense. How are you guys? I have severe body pain issues, muscle and joint issues. Any recommendations for an easier workout? Do you have an actual diagnosis there, Tiffany? I'd be curious if you don't mind sharing. But some supplements that could help you: a turmeric, a collagen that can help support and healthy joints. So things like that. There's a lot that goes into that, so I could use a little bit more information if you are able to do that. Catherine, what's up? How are you? Colton, what's going on? Deb, shoot me a message. Yeah, the more specific that you guys could be with your questions, the better I can answer them. And that's actually a skill set that I've been really working on. Come on, my puppy is freaking out over there. Can you relax there, big guy? Don't eat my microphone, please. I can't. I have a feeling he's going to knock that over pretty soon. So, Tiff, if you're still here, let me know. I may or may not be able to answer that. Fibromyalgia, inflammatory arthritis, have more, but those are the bigger ones. So what have you tried so far with your doctor? I do have a couple clients actually that have fibromyalgia, and they're actually kicking ass. There's been a lot of things that we've done with their nutrition. It's pretty specific to each person, right? I had a double fusion in my lower spine. What could I do to get myself back to feeling like myself and get stronger? That's also a good question. So I think something to expand on that would be, how frequently are you doing mobility work? How frequently are you actually lifting weights? Now, there may be certain exercises that you can't do. That's okay. I was in a pretty bad car accident myself back in 2019. So that was about almost 5 years ago, give or take. My back has not been the same since. So there's certain moves I can't do. Like, I had a really difficult time deadlifting. And when you just take the time to pay attention to those certain things, then, Deb, you will be aware that, like, hey, this causes me a lot of pain. There's other moves that you could be doing. So just because you might not be able to deadlift, for the example that I'm giving here, doesn't mean you shouldn't train, right? Injuries are just an unfortunate part of the game. They happen. You know, like, I have a pretty bad right knee right now. I have a slight tear in there, and I know it, and it's killing me, and it's kind of crippling my ability to train legs at the capacity that I want. But I'm not going to allow that to be something that keeps me out of the gym, right? So obviously I don't really know the full scope of your situation, but that's what I would say. Then you could factor in some different types of supplementations. Now, there's a lot of bullshit on the internet. I think when it comes to preserving joint health, usually the best two that I've used are turmeric and collagen. You know, it could be a collagen protein or some type of supplement along those lines. But let me know if that answers that. Now, when it comes to the specific mobility work, you know, there's a couple moves I could send to you. That's why I said just shoot me a message, because I'm not going to sit here and demonstrate it right now. But I'm not sure if you're aware of what mobility is. You may or may not know that. I'm not really sure. You know, but let me know if that answers it a little bit further for you. Tiffany, I'm sorry to hear that. I am thinking and praying for you. Manny, I appreciate you. I would like to try more natural medications because I'm dragging with all the medicine they put me on. I could imagine that's difficult, and I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers. And I hope things get better for you. Christina, thank you for the follow. Alex, what's going on, brother? How are you? Alex, hit me with the question. I just dropped a bunch of form videos in the Slack channel inside the community. Let me know if you saw those. I just started a new channel in the group. I want to see more of your guys' training. Give me that shit. Deb, if you're still here, let me know if that helps. Alex, hit me with the question. How's my day? It's going well. You know, actually, I didn't sleep a single minute last night. Just an FYI. I don't know if you guys saw that on my Instagram story. But I recently got a new puppy, and he likes to not go in his crate. But we're in the process of crate training him, and he does not really want to do that. So it's been a struggle getting quality sleep, you know, but it is what it is. We're here. And being that I actually didn't sleep last night, I had one of the best workouts of my life. Go figure. I want to build back muscle. I used to train, but I need you to teach me to do more things to tighten my stomach, arms, but as little possible pressure on my back as possible. That can make sense. Now, the thing is that there's only so much tweaking you could do when it comes to trying to maneuver around an injury. And that's what I'm saying. It's practicing certain moves that will make sense for you and staying away from those that will trigger the pain, you know? So there's really only one way to go about that. And that's a little bit of a trial and error, right? There's very specific exercises that you could use. When it comes to back muscles, you got pull-ups, you got pull-downs, seated row, a chest supported row. Those are just like the big four that jumps out to me. So you could do some of those. When it comes to tightening your stomach and your arms, a lot of that is going to be consistent nutrition, hormone regulation, quality sleep, limiting processed junk, not drinking alcohol, you know, getting steps in per day. I'm not really a huge advocate for running, because I think if your goal is to burn more calories in a fraction of the time, then you probably should be lifting weights. I know there's a huge misconception in the space with women don't want to get bulky. Listen, you can't get bulky even if you tried, because I've been trying for years, 12 years now, actually, to be exact, over a decade of me trying to get bulky and taking anabolic steroids and eating a lot of food and working with a coach. And it's still a challenge. And females don't produce nearly close to the amount of testosterone, which is the number one male muscle building hormone in your body. So you physically probably couldn't do that even if you wanted to. And as you build more muscle, it's going to be more challenging for you to build new tissue. So then you have to continuously bypass those adaptations over time. So for the females that don't want to get bulky by lifting weights, I'm here to put that to bed. That's not a thing. If anything, that's going to give you the tight and toned, sculpted look that you're after. But, and hear me clearly when I say this, you have to take your nutrition seriously. You know, if you wanted to have an action item for today, go ahead and download MyFitnessPal and start tracking your food. You know, ideally, you should be consuming about 1 gram protein per pound of body weight. If you start there, that should be useful. If you just start walking for 10 minutes after meals, that can be useful, you know, because you have to build these habits on top of each other. Now, I see a lot of people that will, you know, crash diet themselves, try and lose 20, 30 pounds really fast. They'll do a bunch of cardio and starve themselves only to binge back the weight that they so frantically lost, you know. So I know that was a little bit of a tangent there, Deb. So those are the moves that I would do if you want to build your back. You know, you could do, and I'm being honest, all the ab moves in the world if you wanted to try and tighten your stomach, but that's going to really be revealed by losing more body fat, which is going to be done through quality nutrition, like I said, sleep and lifting. And that's really what it comes down to. And your abs are just like any other muscle. You have to train them, but not to the point where you're doing them every day. I don't really subscribe to the belief that you should be doing abs every single day. You know, I like to make the analogy with clients sometimes. If you had a scab on your body and you kept picking it, it wouldn't heal. Why? because you don't give it time to recover. Your muscles, your body's the same thing. So when you're training your abs every single day, how do you expect them to recover? Something for us to think about. So those are the moves, Deb, that I would do. And as far as me teaching you, I don't do any in-person training. I live in Florida. I'm not sure where you're located, but all the stuff that we do for our clients is online. I actually believe it's a way better model, not only for results and experience, but also usually on the pockets as well, just being honest, right? Alex agrees. It's hard to be huge. It is, man. It's like a true challenge. Grow the calves. I want to see. There's some comments over here on TikTok. Deb, if you're here, let me know if that helps you. I got about another 10 minutes. I saw the channel, but not the videos. Alex, go check it out, brother. I posted some good ones in there today, and I want to see some from you, bro. Happy Canada Day. Okay. My question would be, building on what you were talking about, how you train and stay motivated when you're in pain. That's a good question. So to be honest with you, man, like I am not motivated more often than not. I think there is a lot of days I actually don't want to train. Today being one of them, but especially when it comes to competing and having a date and a deadline and a goal that you're working towards, that's not an option. You know, it's like, and I think that's a huge issue with a lot of people in today's society with relying on motivation to carry them through these things, is because it's an emotion. It's fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. You've heard me probably talk about this in the community, but that's the reality of the situation. It's like building a house on a crap foundation that's full of mold and sand. Your house is going to be dog shit, right? I'm not saying you're doing that, but the question is, how can we revert back to your why? How can you get back in tune for the big reason as to why you're here? And sometimes that's setting a new goal. Sometimes that's setting a new target, and that's okay. That's the beautiful piece about this journey here, Alex, is that your goals should evolve over time. They should be changing. That's literally why I named the company Team Evolution Coaching, because I believe in togetherness, community, culture, all of that. And I believe that you should be improving. You should be evolving every day, every week, every month. You know, for me, striving to get better every single day is a little bit of an addiction, you know, but like I enjoy it because it makes me feel good. I look good, I feel good, I play good. And I don't know about you, if I get one opportunity with my life, I want to live that to the fullest. You know, yeah, there's going to be some hard days. There's going to be some bumps, some bruises, some ups and downs. My knee is fucking killing me right now. Coach cut my food. I'm down to 150 grams of carbs a day. And not only that, I'm doing almost 10,000 steps per day, plus 4 cardio sessions at 350 calories burned, plus 5 training sessions, plus posing every single day, plus running my business, plus having a girlfriend, plus having this puppy, you know, so like there's a lot of shit going on. And I still managed to make the time to do these live streams to just answer questions, you know, so it really just boils down. I believe there's more inside of everybody, truthfully. You know, you just have to be willing to dig a little bit to pull it out. You know, the problem is a lot of us just have a tendency, and I'm not saying this is you, right? I'm just making an example. A lot of people have a tendency to kind of just roll over and accept this is what it is. I'm just not a morning person. I'm just too busy. I don't have the time. And we talked about this actually on our coaching call. Today's Thursday, 2 days ago. 79% of Americans do not exercise. Crazy. But just walk around airports. Keep your eyes open. Alex, let me know if that helps, brother. I'll continue following you every day. When I'm in Florida, I'll get some one-on-one advice. You're the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you are in Florida, you could do that. But that's why I believe, in online coaching, because it could be anyone, anywhere, anytime. You know, there's no limits to it. And that's why I left in-person coaching. You know, I actually was an in-person trainer for for like the first year and a half of my career. You know, and I was like, well, I didn't really understand how to get people results online. I was like, well, how could you do that if you don't see them, right? But the thing with our model and our software, the platform that we use, the community that we built, there's more touch points than you need. You know, and I could spend a lot of time getting into that. With that, we could chat about that a little bit further. Like I said, if you want, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. You know. Alex, your fire, set goals, develop mindset, but be more specific. Like it doesn't just stop there, right? Shawniko, what's up? Can you do basketball for cardio? You could, but the question I would ask you is, are you actually pushing yourself that hard where you're burning calories to lose body fat? Or it depends on the goal. Like if you just want to move around just to move around and shoot hoops, go ahead. But if you're going to be a competitive bodybuilder, you're going to be getting on stage, if you're trying to shoot hoops as your cardio, probably not going to be the most effective form and route for you to actually burn stored body fat. You know, don't get me wrong. I shoot hoops from time to time, but I wouldn't count that as me trying to expend calories. It would be just an add-on, something I'm doing just for fun, move my body. Go apply at Planet Fitness and get your NASM. I'm okay with that. Actually, you couldn't pay me any amount of money to work at a Planet Fitness and be an in-person trainer again. I think it's a dead-end job in the nicest way possible. I think it straps you and limits you to your capacity to help the world. And I believe that usually the gyms are just going to profit more off you than you will. And you'll be zapped for your time and energy. You'll spend a lot of hours in the gym eating out of containers, rushing from client to client. Maybe you'll have time to go to the bathroom in between, and it's frustrating because you'll probably just be on your phone and the client won't feel seen anyway, and they have to pay you $100 per session. So let's say if you did that 3 times a week, that's $300 a week, $1,200 a month. Do the math if you want to have a coach for a year. How old was I when I started working out? I was about 16. You know, I wouldn't say 15. I would say 16 when I was a junior in high school. I'm now 27, so that's 11 years. I've been training. You know, so like in the fitness space, people say, "Oh, why would you have a coach who's 27? What is he, you know?" Yeah, okay, I'm 27, but in the fitness game, I have well over a decade of experience. Not to mention that all the things that I have been through, somebody in their 60s might not have ever experienced in their life. You know, so for me, that's why like age is irrelevant and it's just a number. Because it's apples to oranges. You know, it's like, have you really been in the gym for that long and that hard? I'm not saying that I'm better than you. I'm not saying that I have more capabilities, but what I am saying is that you can't triumph or trump, maybe, I don't know what the right word is on that. Can't be experienced at the end of the day. So I spent a lot of time talking on that, man. But man, the last 12 years has been an absolute roller coaster when it comes to training. And I've been on and off, transparently. You know, the first few years definitely was a little bit of a challenge and toxic with my relationship with food, you know, and binge eating and a lot of other things that I struggle with. But that's a big reason as to why I got into coaching, was because I saw for myself how much of a transformation that it gave me. I was like, this would be so incredible to give to other people, you know, and I started to see how a lot of people were having issues and problems, quote unquote, with what they were doing. So I was like, why would I let them struggle if I could be somebody to help them? Why don't I try and take the initiative? Nobody deserves that. And if I know in my heart that I could help, why would I not offer that to somebody? You know? So last question here. Who else has got one? I got 3 minutes. Not even, actually. I should hop off right now because my meeting's at 1 o'clock and I got to take this guy out for a piss so he doesn't piss on my carpet. But any other questions before I wrap up? Appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate your time here today. Thank you. This is where I'm going to be, man, the next few months. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in this room getting these steps in. I still have to do another session later. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Get back to you tomorrow. Thank you, Deb. Hope you have a great day. I appreciate you guys, and I will chat with you soon. Much love. Bye. Thank you, guys. Alex, I'll see you soon. Go check the chat.